I mean, starting just with receptionists, I think that's probably the hardest job because they get to be the first experience, the last experience, and everything in between. That first experience with the phone call, making sure that the phone call doesn't end at how much is your Botox, right? How do you navigate that conversation in a positive way where the patient's coming in for a consult? Because each of those calls, if you're doing Google ads and if you're doing anything like that, search engine optimization costs you money. So every single patient who doesn't come in costs you money, and just increases the cost of running the business. So everything from optimizing lead generation from websites to patient interactions, making sure that the patient feels heard, that you're scheduling appropriately. My goodness, that list goes on and on for that receptionist. Like all of the tasks that they get to deal with is immense. So having somebody who is knowledgeable, who's friendly, who knowledgeable in the services that you're offering, that can speak to them, even though they aren't performing them, they need to be able to speak to them. And when a patient calls in, be able to hear them, understand what it is that they're asking, and then offer them a solution to their problem without even knowing how to do it. I mean, that's a big ask for somebody. We're actually hiring for another receptionist. We have one, but I like to have two in the office. And so I'm doing interviews all day today after this, and that's what my day is. And that is a hard position to fill because they have to be exceptional. Practice manager is another one that we have. That again is critical, especially as an owner. I don't want to do all the roles. I don't want to manage the practice. I don't want to manage the business. I don't want to manage employees and inject. You can't do all of those things. And so having somebody who can take off the things that you don't want to do, like I don't want to be worrying about inventory and ordering supplies. That's not something I want to be worrying about. I can do more in other areas. So having a practice manager that can work with the whole team, again, I think a critical component to a practice, making sure that everything's in place, providers have what they need to, everybody is trained. If there is a knowledge gap, that they are facilitating learning opportunities, so that way that knowledge gap can be filled.